Denver's resources continue to be at capacity as the influx of migrants shows no signs of letting up. More than 3,600 people have arrived to Denver looking for help, and many people, including the migrants themselves, are trying to figure out what's next. Marissa Armas looking into that question for us tonight. Marissa, arriving in Denver is really the only part of the journey for these people. There's more to come.
That's right, Karen. And as soon as they step foot here in the U.S., that clock starts. For many of these migrants seeking asylum from Venezuela, it's a long process, but it's a process that's legal.
There's no one size fits all.
The U.S. immigration system is complex.
A lot of people compare it to the tax code and say that it's actually more complicated than the tax code.
The Rocky Mountain Immigrant Advocacy Network is collaborating with the city of Denver to help give legal guidance to the thousands of migrants arriving here.
It is impossible for us to figure out what the timeline looks like for anyone who's recently arriving in the United States, because there's just so many different ways that the Department of Homeland Security processes these cases.
While some of these migrants are having interactions with federal agencies like Border Patrol, a large amount of them are not. But there are various ways one can be eligible to get lawful immigration status, which could be through family connections or by seeking asylum. But to seek asylum, you have to prove you're fleeing violence in your home country, and it's an arduous process.
And it's so difficult for people to navigate the system without an attorney. And it's so difficult to have an attorney for a case that's going to pend for 10 years.
Those seeking asylum have to apply within a year of setting foot in the country, but says the ability to navigate that system depends on the government.
If the United States government is going to litigate to the fullest extent every asylum case because they don't want to grant asylum to people, this system is just going to get harder and harder and harder.
Now, Brown adds that many of these laws and procedures can change depending on who's president. It's also important to add that some of these asylum seekers may never try to seek that asylum, which means that they'd be in the country without permission and could later face deportation. In Denver, Marissa Armas covering Colorado First.